This is Ms. Heindel here to talk to you about some important resources we can offer you in the library. Now, we've been talking a lot about books that we have in the library that you can read for fun and to just practice your reading skills. Those are awesome library resources. But we also have books that you can read to get information. That's what we're going to focus on today. Some other library resources we have that can give you information include databases, which are online sources that give you stacks and stacks of information. We also will sometimes just use websites in the library to get information. Those can be really helpful resources. And there are also a certain kind of book in the library that are called reference books, and that's what we're going to focus on today. These books can give us good information to help us learn new things. And the reference books we're going to focus on today are called dictionaries and encyclopedias. Dictionaries and encyclopedias are alike in many ways, but they're also different in many ways. In third grade, we have the goal that by the end of the year, we will read and understand informational texts, use text features to locate information that we can use for our research and for other purposes, and to find information in a source and use it for our research project. To help us reach those goals, today we're going to start by learning about encyclopedias and dictionaries and to compare what they are good for. With that goal in mind, let's learn about a dictionary. What is a dictionary? Well, a dictionary is, to start, just one book. It contains words that start with A all the way to Z, all in one book. Dictionaries can be pretty thick books because they have a lot of words in them. And a dictionary gives you the meanings of all of these words. But a dictionary only tells you a small amount of information about each word. But because of that, it can be great for finding out the definition or meaning of a new word and to help you learn how to spell a word. Now let's take a closer look inside a dictionary. Here's a page from a children's dictionary. The first thing I want to point out to you here is this guide word up at the top. The guide word is wobble. A guide word, the first guide word on the page, tells you which word comes first on that page, and in this case, the word is wobble. There's another guide word on the other side. This guide word is wrong. And this guide word shows us what the last word on the page would be. The guide words help us because they show us which words would come between those guide words. So for example, I know that I could find the word worm on this page because worm comes between wobble and wrong in ABC order. Some other things I want to point out here. Let's go in close on a dictionary entry so we can see what we would find. First of all, we would find the entry word. In this case, the word is wood. We'd also see what part of speech is that word. Part of speech is the kind of word, like noun, verb, adjective, adverb, and so on. This word is a noun. Then we would see the definition of the word. The definition is the meaning of the word. We might see a picture that helps us understand what the word is. We might see a sentence using the word that helps us understand what the word means. In this case, the sentence says, "The child's toy train is made of wood." And sometimes we'll also see a related word. In this case, we see the word wooden, which is an adjective that is related to the word would. Now let's switch and look at an encyclopedia. What is an encyclopedia? Well, an encyclopedia, instead of just being one book like a dictionary, is a set of many books. You can see in the picture that there are 22 books that make up that set of encyclopedias. In an encyclopedia set, each book has words that start with one or two letters. So, for example, the first book in this set only has words that start with the letter A. The second book in the set only has words that start with the letter B, and so on. In an encyclopedia, you're going to find a short article about each word. An encyclopedia definitely gives more information about each word than the dictionary does, and that's why it takes up so much more room than a dictionary. There's a lot more information in there about each word. And that's why it can be great for learning about a new topic or getting background information. This can be a really helpful resource when you're doing your research project. Let's take a look inside an encyclopedia now. Well, first of all, I would need to decide which book I would pull out of the encyclopedia set. In this example, I'm going to look for the word flower. And since that starts with F, I'm going to pull out the encyclopedia that has words that start with the letter F. This one right here. And here I found the page on flower. An encyclopedia also has guide words, just like a dictionary does. But look at the guide words on this page. They're both the same. Flower is the guide word on each page. Why do you think that is? Flower is the guide word on each page because flower is the only word that shows up on these two pages. The article is so long, it takes up 2 pages, so we have the same guide word on both pages. You can see that there is a lot more information about each word in an encyclopedia. We have a whole article about the word flower, including several photos that help us understand what the word means. And we might see tables and other nonfiction text features that help us understand the topic better. Now it's your turn to look at a dictionary and encyclopedia. Here's another page from a dictionary. Your first question is, which one of these words is a guide word on this page? Is it rear, rather, raw, or read? If you said rather, you are correct. Rather is the first guide word because rather is the first word that appears on this page. Here's your next question. Which word could you find on this page in the dictionary? Bat, rabbit, recycle, or wall? If you said recycle, you are correct. Recycle is the only word that appears on this page because it's the only word that comes between rather and refinery in ABC order. Next, we have a question about an encyclopedia page. Which one of these is a guide word on this page? Glance, planet, outline, or earth? If you said earth, you are correct.